What's up, comic fans? And it's time to preview the comic books coming out April 16th. So we're going to get into it. We got new books, we got spec books, we got spotlight books, we got FOC books, we got all the books coming out this week, and we're going to get into it right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back. All right, we're going to start off with the spec books. First off the bat, we have I Lie Popeye number 4, the video game variant Super Mario Brothers 2 up there. These covers typically do well on the secondary market, so we'll see how this Popeye one does. Last time Popeye had a cool cover, it did all right, so we'll see. Popeye appeals to both the young and the old. The young now because this has like a kind of like a manga feel to it, and the older because Popeye's just been around forever. All right, moving on to the next book. Actually, before we do that, why not take a click on it? Boom, just take a look at the other covers. Marcus Williams on this book. All right, now let's go to the next book on the list, Superior Avengers. And this is not a cover by. This is the first team appearance of the Superior Avengers put together by Dr. Doom. We have a couple new versions of characters here, including Ghost and Killmonger. So, we'll see how this pans out. Could be good, could be bad. But anyway, here you have some new characters, or some characters reimagined. I don't know, however you want to put it. Characters that exist, but new versions of them. Alright, last on the list is Wolverine number 8, also legacy issue number 400. Who knew there was that many Wolverine issues out there? Well, those of you Wolverine fans probably didn't know that. A lot of first appearances here, or new appearances, or who knows what's going on in here. A massive issue you can't afford to miss. Wolverine faces off with a adamantine. So this might be the first full appearance of the adamantine. Wendigo is pulled into a deadly trap as a specter from Wolverine's past emerges, and the Wolverine story you never thought you'd see begins here. Lots of stuff happening in this book. $7.99 price tag, so a little pricey. If I can get my hands on it, I'm gonna try to get the Daniel Warren Johnson variant cover. Also, there is a Capcom cover for those of you collecting those covers with Sabretooth on it. Alright, so those are my spec books for the week. A little light on the spec, but nonetheless, there are some books to spec on. Alright, let's get into the spotlight books. These are books that are just cool, and for whatever reason, and possibly worth taking a look into. We got Flash, part of the Absolute Universe. For me, this is maybe the weakest book of all the Absolute Universe books, but that doesn't mean it's a bad book, because the weakest of a really good team could still be a really good player, right? So I'm enjoying Absolute Flash. We get the introduction of Gorilla Grodd in this issue, okay? But Wally West is being tracked down by his father after acquiring some superpowers. Jeff Lemire is writing this. A couple of different covers for this book. Pick the one you like the best. Let's go. Moving on, we got Ultimate Wolverine number 4 as another spotlight book, and we have another first, appearance here, an introduction. We have introduction of the Phoenix in this one, all right? Wolverine's confrontation with Kitty Pryde and Gambit leaves him disoriented, violent, and questioning his maker's council overlords. Who is Logan? And that's basically what this book is about. It's about the ultimate Wolverine figuring out who is he, right? They've kind of erased his brain, his mind, and he's just trying to get back. Alexander Cappuccio on this book. He is a excellent artist. You'll probably like this book if you pick it up. And Chris Condon, really good indie writer also on this book. All right, last on the spotlight list, we have Redcoat number 11. We have a new character. We have the Northerner. And the question is, whose side is he really on? That's right on the cover, right? So it seems like Redcoat is going to have himself his foil, right? The other half, his arch nemesis, if you will. All right, we're moving on. We got the FOC books. All right, get these books in by April 21st, before April 21st, if you want to make sure you guarantee these books. All right. What else we got? What do we have up? We have Exquisite Corpses. This is a James Tynion book, I believe. Michael Walsh on this cover. Yeah, James Tynion the fourth and Michael Walsh. Quick synopsis: every 5 years on Halloween, wealthy families drop a bunch of killers into a town, and the goal is for that killer to emerge as the last one standing. All right, this year it's Oak Valley, Maine. So, basically for those people, the idea is to survive the night. Sounds like a pretty cool premise. You can read it all right here as I was explaining it. All right here. And yeah, check it out. I pre-ordered this one. It looks pretty cool. Maybe too cool to miss out on. We got Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 1. It looks like Miles Morales somehow is going to be pulled into the Ultimate Universe. And Miles has had, if you remember, Miles was pulled out of the original Ultimate Universe, and he's had his run-ins with the Maker in the past. So if you're going to pick a character from the 616 to eventually make their way into the Ultimate Universe, might as well be Miles Morales. So that's what's happening here. Sounds interesting. I also pre-ordered this book. You got Dennis Camp, who's writing the Ultimates, and you got Cody Ziegler, who's been writing Miles Morales. So we'll see what happens with this book. We got Absolute Batman number 8 with Nick Dragotta, and we have the first full appearance of Mr. Freeze in this book. So Mr. Freeze has always been an interesting character to me, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, guys, let's get into the rest of the comics coming out this week. We start off with Image Comics. We have Assorted Crisis Events. Pretty cool book, kind of an anthology series, by Dennis Camp, who we just talked about. So we'll see what happens in here. I guess, I don't know. This book is about assorted crisis events. So we'll see what happens in this one. We have Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn number 5. I'll be picking that up. Just because I try to read a lot of the Spawn universe books. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell number 9. Awesome book. I can't recommend it enough. Go ahead and pick that up. What else? We got G.I. Joe number 6. The Energon verse is just awesome. So definitely worth a pickup there. G.I. Joe Spirit book, A Real American Hero. Spirit, that's a one-shot. They've been given a bunch of characters, these one-shots, silent one-shots, 2 silent missions, reminiscent of G.I. Joe issue number 21 with Snake Eyes with the silent issue. So Hive number 1 gets a 3rd printing, so I guess that book's doing pretty well. We got Hyde Street number 4 getting a 2nd printing, and number 3 had some first appearance of some character who appears on the cover. I'm not reading Hyde Street, so I can't tell you who that is. King Spawn is also out for you Spawn fans. You got some Ninjago. The Power Fantasy is on issue number 8. Redcoat is on issue number 11. The Rockefellers is on issue number 5. Ghost Machine just pumping out comics. Rogue Sun is on issue number 26, with issue number 25 getting a 2nd printing. What else? You got some Snot Girl number 20. World Tree is on issue number 15. The Walking Dead Deluxe is in color on issue number 111. And yeah, you got Witchblade number 10 and Youngblood Deluxe number 1. Boom, here comes the boom, Ready or Not. They don't really have any comics out this week, but you can see there what they do have. All right, we're off to Titan Comics, home of Conan the Barbarian. That's on issue number 20. And then you got Loose Ends on issue number 3. We're off to DC Comics. What is coming out? They do have the Absolute Flash, which we talked about. Absolute Flash issue number 2. Gorilla Grodd making an appearance in that one. You got Batman 615, a facsimile. You got World's Finest coming out this week with issue number 38. Catwoman is on issue number 75. Some cool covers there. Challengers of the Unknown is on the penultimate issue number 5 of 6, so that's almost done. You do have DC and Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 2 coming out. Detective Comics with a pretty cool looking cover. That's issue number 1096. On the cover A, New Gods is on issue number 5. I've only read it up to issue 2, but I've enjoyed New Gods up to this point. Nightwing, I've heard it's fallen off a little bit, but it's still going strong with issue number 125. Summer of Superman special number 1. There's the wedding of Lana Lane and Steel in that one. What else do we have? Got some Superman Day books coming out on Superman Day. Titans is up to issue number 22. Wonder Woman's on issue number 20. And Zatanna's on issue number 3 of 6. We're off to Marvel Comics. What do we have coming out of Marvel? Cable, you have a Marvel vs. Capcom cover for that. Daredevil Unleash Hell is Red Band in a bag with issue number 4 or 5. The Exceptional X-Men is on issue number 3. Looks like Mr. Sinister on the cover there. Fantastic Four has a facsimile edition of issue number 4. There we go. That's what I was trying to get out. Godzilla vs. Hulk. They go toe-to-toe with issue number 1 there. I always like these poster covers. Those are really cool. Where are we at? Let's keep going. Iron Man is already on issue number 7. And, if I miss anything, guys, let me know. We'll talk about it. Put it in the comments. Sam Wilson, Captain America, is on issue number 4 or 5. Star Wars Jedi Knights number 1 is going to get a second printing. I don't know why I ordered that, but I did. Oh, I think it's because it's the first cover appearance of Corliss Wrath. That guy's going to die, and that issue is going to be worth nothing. What else? Legacy of Vader is on issue number 3. Superior Avengers is out. That's issue number 1. I ordered that. There's a Killmonger cover if you want that by Kyle Holtz. The Spectacular Spider-Man is on issue number 14. What else? Ultimate Wolverine is on issue number 4. I got that. Some reason I ordered this Aja variant. I think it's just because it's cool. Let's keep it going. Web of Venomverse Fresh Brains issue number 1 is out. There's a couple new Venoms there, and apparently yeah, just new characters. We'll leave it at that. Let's keep it going. Wolverine number 8. That's Legacy issue number 400. I did order that. I got it through a different shop, so that's all good. But I will be getting that. And then there's X Factor number 9. All right, we're off to Dynamite. And what is coming out of Dynamite this week? You got Darkwing Duck number 3. What else? Wacky Races, Giant Size Wacky Races number 1. That's a new number 1. You may remember that from the Saturday morning cartoons back in the day. What else? Green Hornet, Red Sonja. Red Sonja Army of Darkness number 1 too. Okay. And now we're off to the rest of the books coming out this week. Let's see what we got. Let's do it. And again, if I miss anything, just let me know, and I'll look into it. I'll read it maybe. I'll order it. Let's see. And remember, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Got that from Jay-Z. Jay-Z. I Lie Popeye number 4 of 5. Okay, a couple of covers there. Cool ones, including that Super Mario Brothers 2 one we went over earlier, which is this coming soon one that they're not showing you. Maybe trying not to get everybody too hyped, but it's the cover's out. So now it's just if you can find a store that's selling it and you can pick it up before you have to pay. I don't know, who knows? It may not rise to epic heights, but if it does, you might have to pay a little extra on the secondary market to pick that cover up. Alright, still looking for some books. Let's see, we're in the K's, so we're there. Lady Death, Demoness, Leather, bonus set. $24.99. It's a couple of different versions of that Lady Death book too. What else? We got some Lady Death She. What else? We got Mothra. Night of the Living Dead. Sister Imperator, issue number 2. Star Trek Defiant. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 8. TMNT Power. TMNT Power. Yosagi Yojimbo, 1000 Plums is on issue number 2. We're almost to the end, guys. Warrior Nun. Apparently a 30th anniversary set is coming out for the Warrior Nun. And that's it, guys. We're at the end. So thank you, comic fans, for joining me. If you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up and comment down below. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get ready for this week's books. Peace. We're out. Ka-ching. Deuces. What's up, comic fans, and it's time for the preview show. It's time to preview the comic books coming out April 3rd. Who is the all-new Venom? The swashbuckling. What's up, comic fans, and it's time to preview the comics coming out. What's up, comic fan? We're gonna preview the comic books coming out. And we're gonna get into all of it right after this.